always love to bring two opposites to the table, and today we've got to talk about how Apex just screwed up big time, and then a W that they just capitalized on big time. A lot in today's video, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends news related. And let's jump into the video. Quick announcement really quick. I wanted to let you guys know Glytch Energy and I have decided to give away another Wraith heirloom, but we only have a day to do it because time is running out. So anyone that uses code JMeyels at checkout to get 20% off on your Glytch Energy order will be entered. Make sure to DM me your order number whenever you do so. It can literally be anything. It could be a cup, it could be a starter pack, it could be a full tub, anything you want to do, any order that you make. Use code JMeyels, get 20% off, and DM it to me. We will be picking a winner tonight at the end of the night. Be ready because we got to send the prize ASAP before the event ends tomorrow. So let's first off talk about how Apex just screwed up big time. And honestly, it's so cringe sometimes being an Apex fan, because when you see how much money they make and you see how much that they're doing over there, and when you see bad issues happen live on stream in front of thousands watching, it is the most gut-wrenching feeling like ever, to be quite honest with you. We saw this back in Apex Legends or ALGS year 2, where millions of people were watching, and then we had literally the entire lobby disconnect due to server crashes, and literally these guys were trying to punch their teammate in the zone and millions of dollars for a tournament, and they crashed and then got aped by another team while they were crashed, and then by the time he reconnected back in the match, they'd already died and got shot by another team. We saw integrity though from Imperial House saying like, hey guys, he DC, don't shoot him. In $1 million tournament, he had a free kill point he could have got, but instead he decided to start laughing it off, singing to his team and say, don't kill this guy, he got DC'd, it's not fair. Like this is just horrible. And we would just think this is year 2, right? You know, that stuff's over. Well, here we are, year 3, same thing happening. It is online, but it is worth mentioning they were playing Apex Legends Pro League, and Nice Wig was doing this watch party, and you could see, like, you know, the disappointment on his face as he just gives a smile and wave boys and a thumbs up. The entire lobby disconnected from the match. This actually happened again last week, and they were saying it was actually from a DDoS. So people are finding a way to DDoS the Pro League lobbies. Obviously, pro players are pretty sick of it. We've seen countless amount of tweets complaining. It's not even just the servers. When I began to look at these legend compositions as well, I began to wonder, is this season as much of a dub as I thought it was? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of collection events, there's a lot of new modes, there's a lot of new things to do. But when I saw this graphic, when I saw this stat, I really started to wonder and question what my thoughts were about season 16, because this kind of changed it for me. There was also a tweet from I'm Madness saying, I really miss the days of our Apex Legends comp when it was about awareness and team chemistry and raw mechanics, but now we're just seer ulting everything, ult back, wall the rotate, and it is kind of cringe. This meta has just become, if you have seer ult and catalyst ult, you pretty much win the fight. But if you don't have one of those, you lose the fight, because they just catalyst wall up and then seer ult and shoot through the wall. And it's kind of weird because when Catalyst was first released, we thought that it was going to be a direct counter to Seer, but it seems like they just go hand in hand. And so now it's more so teams getting shot from a direction they have no idea where it's coming from. There's nothing to go against it. You cannot stop it. You just simply cannot. They see everything and you can't see a single thing. And we kind of thought that all of this would be gone. We thought Seer was nerfed to the ground, but if you look at the ALGS pick rates, they're still pretty insane. Seer is still #1. Valkyrie is still #2, except for Catalyst is now #3, obviously, which wasn't the same thing in the past. If you thought that wall hack meta was bad back then, imagine it now. We're literally throwing up walls that no one can see through except for your team, because you can enable a wall hack ability that literally is wall hacks, ESP, right through the wall. Just shoot them through the wall and they can't see you. There's 2 things in my opinion that should have never been added to Apex. It's Seer and the charge rifle. So how much did all of these new legend classes stuff actually change? Maybe for ranked play and lower ranks, a lot. Maybe for pubs, a lot. But for ALGS and stuff, it's still so boring and cringe to watch a lot of this stuff. It's annoying to see them make all of this money from skins and events, and even this season is going to be a crazy season for them with all the collection events that they have. And it's obviously not going back into the servers, because the servers are still being crashed, the servers are still being DDoS. They thought they had the anti-DDoS thing, and that didn't even work. So I'm really starting to think like the only obvious W are the game modes and the mixtape playlist, more than likely. Like I said in a previous video, Apex has like a lot of good things in theory, but there's always that but. Like, yes, mixtape finally permanent, but there's a lot of issues with TDM and players leaving, and then the game doesn't finish on time, and then you have to leave yourself and receive a penalty because there's no one else to play against. I don't know, it just really sucked to see Apex continuously like screwing themselves up big time, especially with thousands of players watching this stuff live and wanting the pro players to have like a good match. and then it's just met with DDoSing and server attacks and server crashing. And some of this is even said because of how many servers the ALGS actually has. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's a big problem when you have not only 60 players in the lobby. I've also heard that a lot of the issues from servers are because of how many observers that they have, and they have like 30 plus observers in the game. So it doesn't even seem like their servers can handle what they're trying to do. And I know that they've came out with the tweets and stuff saying, look, it's not that simple. You don't just put more money into it and it upgrades and fixes problems. There's a lot behind the scenes you've got to work on. And like I said, I've heard it, I understand, but like at the end of the day, like, we got to admit that something's bad here and something's got to be fixed. However, I did want to mention on the flip side of things, there is something that is a W. Well, I guess it depends on how you perceive it and if you actually trust and believe in Respawn at all. So this was actually coming from gamesindustry.biz, an article that they wrote. This was also retweeted by Evan, which is one of the senior design directors over at Respawn Entertainment. And they had actually announced that Respawn is opening up a third Respawn studio to keep Apex Legends going for another 10 to 15 years. And they actually took one of the guys who's an OG Call of Duty veteran, Ryan Burnett, and he is going to be the lead over at this new third studio that they are opening. So it's almost like EA is doubling down on their entire Apex Legends main game project, because they did just scrap the entire Apex Legends mobile. They did just scrap a lot of other things as well and sunset a lot of other things and kind of cut back on some other games. Well, it seems like they're opening a third studio for Respawn Entertainment to help with the main game, and their object here is to keep the game relevant and to keep the game alive for 10 or 15 more years to come. So if you've ever been concerned about the state of Apex, especially with EA in charge, I guess this is a little bit more of a W to see that they're doubling down. They're putting more effort into the main game, but it's very obvious we need some effort in the servers and we need some effort with these legend metas still, because it's still wallhack legends as we speak. And also for the golden nugget, comment down below golden nugget if you made it this far in the video. But there was another bug found, thank you to Gabriel for tagging me in this over on Twitter, where players are having issues where their abilities are locked and the ability to use your weapon is locked. He was playing control mode earlier, and you can see right here he spawns with guns and he can't pull them out. He can't use them. He can't throw abilities. Like, the entire game is locked for some reason, and who only knows why. Well, this game has got so many problems, I'm not even surprised at this point. Just as we close the video off, a couple more announcements I want to make. First off, don't forget Wraith Heirloom giveaway, one last chance at it. We are giving a one-way with Glytch Energy as well. Make sure to use code JMeyels at your Glytch Energy checkout. Make sure to send me your order number after you do so. Just sent our first heirloom winner his prize today, our Zekta, for winning the heirloom a couple of days ago, but we're giving away one tonight. You've got to be ready though as soon as the clock hits tonight. As soon as we announce it, be ready to accept it, because the event ends tomorrow. Also, don't forget that the Apex Legends $1,000 Battle Royale tournament is coming up this Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. The signups are closed. We're full and maxed out, but be ready for the announcement this week on how the format of it all is going to work. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. It's Viber Die, only positivity. And until the next time, I will see you all later, Gators.